Is this Crime Stoppers? Is this Wokepedia? I don't know, but I need to pick your brains. Question. Do you win karma points if you stop a crime before it happens? Or do you only get the karma points if you run in as it's happening and stop it? Or if you can get like half a karma point if you catch it later on once it's already happened. The reason I asked this, I was just in the shop a minute ago and I saw a staff member behind a customer waiting for him to walk away, leaving his change in the machine so he could swipe the change for himself. And it was obvious the guy worked for the shop. He was wearing the uniform. He had the van outside. I know the guy. I've seen him in there a few times. He's not local, but he works in there occasionally. So obviously, I won't go into the detail, but I stopped him stealing this guy's money and gave the guy back his money. And he gave me a scowl and, he looked pissed off at me. And as I was walking home, I thought, that might actually count as negative karma to some people. Or, negative behaviour, whatever the point scoring system for morals that you use is. I use the word karma because it just makes sense. I stopped the guy getting his money stolen. The guy who would have been the victim was like an elderly pensioner who lives around here. That £5-6 change, that's like half the amount he'll spend this week. So that's like a lot of money to him. All he's buying is pet food, a paper and tobacco. It's like old man supplies and a lottery ticket, right? And this guy was about to steal half his change, or whatever change was there, half the money that he put in, the £10. So what do you think? Should I have just let that go and not said anything to him? Should I have waited until he'd done it and then reported him to get him done for the actual crime? Or should I have said nothing and just observed it and just done nothing? Like, you tell me, because being a Christian, I've got a very strict moral code, but it's not one I developed. It was one that I inherited, which was inherited through generations. Presumably, the first guy would have been Abel. No, not Adam and Eve. They weren't human. They were created by God. Cain and Abel were the first people, so it would have been Cain, and it would have been Abel, because he was the good one. Can't remember where I was going with this. Anyway, yeah, thieves. What do you think? Did I do the right thing there by accosting the guy just before he was going to commit the crime and say, you can't do this, and give the money back to the guy? Or does that count as bad karma? Because a lot of people around here, like where I live, there just happens to be a lot of ex-cons around, right? And everyone around here would consider that almost like grassing, even though it's not to the police. And it was a customer stealing off another customer, even though the customer was a staff member. He was in there on his break, presumably, trying to buy shit. Well, if he's doing that, when he's actually on duty, he's going to get fired anyway. But the point is, the stealing. It's really bad. Morally, I think it's terrible. It's a bad sign. It's not like people don't steal one time, get away with it and think, oh, I'll never do it again. They'll get away with it once and think, oh, this is exciting, I'm good at this, and they'll do it again and again. They'll think, I'm great at stealing, I'm a career thief now, I can steal anything I want. And what they don't realise is these guys are just collecting data on them, just making a case against them slowly but surely. A photo here, a little report from a staff member here, and then before you know it, you've got like 4 years for aggravated assault and robbery when you're a shoplifter. It's like not worth it. The amount of change was £6.70 or something like that. A £5, a £2 coin and some coppers. It's definitely not worth ruining your whole reputation for that. Like, I know that guy now. Every time I see him in there, I'm going to watch him because he's a thief. So that's what you do with thieves. It doesn't matter whether they're nice people, whether they're bad people, whether they're black or white or Asian or English, or it doesn't matter what they are. It's the action that defines them, not who they were when they created that action. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you meet someone who is a thief, then you get to know them. It doesn't override the fact that they're a thief. That's the first thing you learn about someone who's an opportunist thief, because you're not going to know them. They're trying to go under the radar. It's usually body language that gives it away. Like this guy, you might as well have had a big neon sign above his head going, I'm going to steal from this guy. Like that. It was just really obvious to me. So, but he thought he was sneaky. Anyway, coming up to 4 minutes now, so don't steal is the first point. Do you think I should have stopped that guy before he did it, like I did, or do you think I should have waited until he'd done it, and then done something? Or the third option, do you think I should have just walked away, seen it and said and done nothing? You tell me. You can be my moral guide. How about that? So think about that, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully before that, because I want some answers, damn it. Give me my answers. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.
You know what I need, baby. I need a gangster. Yeah.